Folks, the trial of 3 white men accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery in Georgia has sparked intense debate about whether citizens' arrest statutes should remain on the books.
Well, the defendants in the case claim that they were attempting to perform a citizen's arrest when Arbery was fatally shot. Georgia repealed its citizen's arrest law after video of the shooting triggered public outrage.
So what about here in Ohio? Fox 8 legal analyst Tom Merriman joins us now to answer that question. When is it legal in Ohio to make a citizen's arrest? And Tom, it seems like making a citizen's arrest really could be dangerous for everyone.
Oh, it's not only dangerous. You better make sure you're right about the facts and right about the law. If not, you could be sued and prosecuted for some very serious crimes.
I wasn't breaking into it. You got my J's in my wallet.
In Charlotte, North Carolina, construction workers make a citizen's arrest, believing this young man might have been trying to commit a minor property crime.
Man, I gotta do what I gotta do to hold you to the police gate. You have no business in my truck. I'm not scared.
New York City, a barefoot man standing on the front of a bus, pounding on it with a blunt object. A crowd of citizens swing into action. And this week in a Georgia courtroom, 3 white defendants charged with murder, claiming Georgia's now repealed citizen's arrest statute gave them the right to chase down and kill Ahmaud Arbery, an unarmed 24-year-old African-American seen running through their neighborhood. They allegedly suspected he might be trying to steal something. Detaining someone against their will is usually a crime. Chasing down a jogger in your truck and shooting him dead in the street is usually murder. So would any of these people be able to assert a citizen's arrest defense under Ohio law? The answer? Absolutely not. In Ohio, you can only detain a person if you have reasonable ground to believe that a felony has been committed. You cannot make a citizen's arrest in Ohio for a misdemeanor. And if you do, you could be the one facing felony prosecution.
You shouldn't have broken nobody's stuff, yo.
So taping a guy to scaffolding because he was messing with your truck is a very bad idea. Tackling and detaining a deranged man swinging on a bus mirror might make sense in the moment. Your actions, however, would not be protected as a lawful citizen's arrest, especially the woman who decided to kick him in the head for good measure. Around here, she could be prosecuted for assault. And here in Ohio, Ahmaud Arbery would have every right to fight back. And the vigilantes who chased him down in the street would have no right to use deadly force. Now, Ohio law also requires you to, number 1, inform the suspect that you are intending to arrest them. And number 2, unless the crime is obvious, to tell the suspect the reason for the arrest. And you can't just lock them up in your garage for a couple days. You must immediately turn the suspect over to a judicial officer, peace officer, with the authority to execute a criminal arrest warrant.
So, Tom, if you tried to make a citizen's arrest of that drunk driver, would they be within their legal rights to fight you off?
They sure would, Gabe. Operating a vehicle while intoxicated is generally a misdemeanor under Ohio law, unless you're a 4-time drunk driver. So if you attempted to make a citizen's arrest, you have no right to do it. And they have the right to use reasonable force to get free from you.
That is why you have to know the law, because if you see somebody, you know that they were drinking, you know that they are drunk, about to get into a car, you have to know that drunk driving is a misdemeanor, not a felony, and what the Ohio law is, because the law varies from state to state.
And you got to make sure you're interpreting the facts correctly of what's transpiring before you. Bottom line, unless you're watching somebody being beaten to death or there's a life and death situation, citizen's arrest is a very bad idea.
We learned a lot today. Yes. Because we know a lot about law and crimes and misdemeanors and felonies, but that gray area for average Joe citizen to know the difference. Good luck. It's tough.
Thank you, Tom. Great stuff.